Okay, so I've been putting it off, but I shall put it off no longer. Conics. Very, very important topic. And let's get started here. All right, so the simplest conic is arguably a circle. Then comes an ellipse. No, I wouldn't put it in that order. The simplest conic is a circle, and then a parabola, and then an ellipse, and then a hyperbola. And so let's begin with circles. It's just a mystery of the universe. Why it has to start twice? I just don't get it. Anyway, so here we go. Oh no, wait! I decided that it was actually simpler if I do this. Yeah, then I get like a little notepad there. See? So, graphing and properties of circles. The general form of a circle is like this. X minus h all squared plus y minus k all squared equals r squared. Its center is h comma k, and its radius is r. E.g., x minus 2 all squared plus y plus 3 all squared equals 25. What's the center in this case? 2, comma, minus 3. Because when you add on 3, that's the same as minusing minus 3. And the radius is, of course, the square root of 25, which is 5. You can expand this out like that one there becomes x squared minus 4x plus 4. That one there becomes y squared add 6x add 9. Beg your pardon, y squared add 6y add 9. And you can get everything on one side and set it all equal to 0. And we're going to do it in sort of like alphabetical order. So x squared, add y squared, take 4x, add 6y. And then you put these together and you get 13. And you take away 25 from that and it's minus 12. And there you go. You can get it in this form as well, which is kind of like standard form. But anyway, let's just get on with the show. So, what's the center of this circle? It's the origin. And the radius is 7. The center is the origin as well. And the radius is the square root of 324, which is 18. Center, -2, +3. And the radius is the square root of 183, which is 61 times 3. And both of those are primes, so we just write root 183. Center, -7, -8. And radius, square root of 64, which is 8. Here, the center is -10, -9. And the radius is the square root of 36, which is 6. Center, -5, 10. And the radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. We check the first 6. And we're all in agreement. Good. And then we do these 6 here. The center in this case is 0, -2. You might not be able to see it there, but that's like x takes 0 all squared in brackets, like that. And the radius is 11. Center, 14, 2, radius 2. Here it's in the format that I mentioned before, standard form. And so you have to like rearrange things so that you can get it into the usual format. So here's how you do it. Get your x terms together. So x squared, leave it on the left, -26x, bring it over to the left, just there like that. Y squared, leave it on the left, 28, leave it there, and the 364, put it over on the right, because you're going to have a constant, like a number over there on the right anyhow, and it's going to be a radius, so you need that 364 over there. So for now, it's -364. Now what to do? Well, complete the square. So x squared at 26x turns into x at 13 all squared. And when you expand it out, you get x squared at 26x at 169. So to balance the books, we've got to take away 169. So that has turned into that. Y squared at 28 turns into y at 14 all squared. Expand it, you get y squared at 28x. Beg your pardon, that should say y. Okay, expand it, you get y squared at 28y plus 196. So you've got to take away 196 to balance the books. Nearly there now. So the 169 and 196, add them together, and you get 364. Really? Okay. Really? Okay. And then you wait, did I do this wrong? Yeah, you get -364. So add that to both sides, and it's all equal to 0. And so then what? Like I have a circle that's got this center and a radius of 0? I guess so. Anyway, we're going to try it for this one now. So x at 12 all squared, take off 144 to keep it balanced. Y at 5 all squared, take off 25 to keep it all balanced. And now bring everything over. Take them away, you get -169. So -9, bring it over, and you get +9. And so center, -12, -5, radius 3. Okay, here. All there. Okay, so minus 265, and then take that away, you get -1, and so it's 1 on the right, and so the center is 316, and the radius is 1. Here, rearrange everything. Do this. So the center, 3,5, and the radius. So you get minus 34, minus 97, minus 34 is really. So minus 131. So put it over there, root 131, and 131 is prime. All right, so let's check these. Okay, agreement there and there. I knew this one was fishy. Okay, apparently the radius is 1, but try to understand why. Because 9 and 6 make 5. Goodness me. My mistake. Okay, all in agreement. Good. Next, identify the center and radius of each, then sketch the corresponding graph. So, do I have a circle tool? I'd like to think so, but oh, that's a shape recognizer. Okay. So I can't actually draw a circle on this. It just doesn't have that capacity, and that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'll use red to indicate the center, and then 3 green points to indicate the circumference. Yes. Center is minus 1, 2. Radius is 3. So plot the center, minus 1, 2. Radius of 3. So like there, 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 and there, and freehand it. Yeah, my circles always look like that because they should be a lot more curved, what I think. Center is minus 2, minus 3. Radius is 2. So minus 2, minus 3. Radius is 2. Mark them now. And draw. Good enough. check, and it's good. Next. Center is -1, -2. And over here it's -3, 3. So I'll plot those. -1, -2 is there. -3, 3 is there. And the radii are 5 in that case, and 2√2 in that case. So here, there, there, and all right. Okay. There. Here, the radius is 2√2, so that's about 2.8-ish. So something like about there-ish, and there-ish, and there-ish, and there-ish. Check. Oh, no, wait. No, that's actually right. It's just a little bit further out than what I'm thinking in my head. That's fine. Here, the center is -3, -2. And the radius, well, that's for just in a second. The center is -5, -5/2, and the radius -5/2, √14. There. The radius over here is 3, and the radius over here is 3. So let's plot them. -3, -2. There. -5/2, so like there-ish, √14. What's √14? Well, it's about 3.8-ish, because 3.8 squared is 14.44. So I'm over here, and I need to go to 3.8. So like there-ish. And now to graph. There, there. Okay, check. And it's good. And that's done. Okay, that wasn't so bad, was it? Okay. Next up, equations of circles. Let's do it. I'll just leave it there until I know for sure. Use the information provided to write the standard form equation of each circle. So that means where you can just literally peel off the center and the radius just by looking at it. And that's kind of basically what we were doing just then. So get it all in order first. Complete the square. And yeah. Minus 17 from that is minus 81, so it's equal to 81. But I guess they probably want it as like 9 squared, right? Check. No, they actually want it as 81. Okay, okay. All right. All right, so minus 85 and then plus 4, minus 81, so 81. X squared plus, right, well, just complete it first. In one step. You know what? In one step. Let's do it in one step. All right, so we need to minus 1 from that. Minus 1 from that. Minus 144 from that. So minus 145. And then plus 120. So minus 25. And move to the other side. So 25. Check. All good. All right. Okay, this is super good here. That. Now, this must be translated 4 to the left and 2 units up. How tricky, right? How tricky. Until you realize that it's actually a straightforward way to think about it. So, like, your instinct may be, oh, I know, I'm going to turn that minus 16 into like minus 20. And I'll turn that minus 6 into minus 4. But it's actually the opposite to that. So it's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. And the way that I like to think about it is when you translate a curve to the left, that's the same thing as moving the background to the right. And X and Y, like, they originate in the background and then they tell you what the curve is. Yeah. Anyway, I best check to make sure that I'm not just talking rubbish. All right, yes, that's completely fine. Okay, 5 to the left. So in other words, axis moves the background moves 5 to the right. And 4 units down. So in other words, the background moves 4 units up. So it looks like that. Great. And now, presented with a circle, tell me what the equation is. All right, so the center of this is here, I believe, and that is 0, 3. And the radius is 3 units. So there's going to be 9 on the right-hand side to take care of the radius. And it's, what did I say? 0, 3. Okay, so the x squared bit is just like that. And the y bit is like that. And for this, the center is 4 to the right and 3 down. And the radius is just 1. So put that there. Now do this and then think. 4 to the right. So in other words, that. 3 down. So in other words, that. And we see that that's all good. Next up, the ends of a diameter are as follows. And somehow that's supposed to tell you enough. It does. So 9 units up, first of all. Just put this here like this. This is sort of like your template with your minus h, comma, with your minus h and your minus k there. Now, the separation of the ends of the diameter is 2, and therefore the radius is 1, and therefore there's a 1 right there. But it says negative 17. Well, the center is negative 18, comma, negative 9. And so what should we put here? We'll put plus 18 plus 9. Okay. Now in this case, little tiny bit more complicated. You've got to find the midpoint first. Find the midpoint. That's bang in the middle of the ends of the diameter. So that's going to be 0. And what's the midpoint of 11 and negative 13? We'll stick them together, you get negative 2. Half it, you get negative 1. And so then what? Then what? Well, now you need to find out the length of the line segment that connects these two endpoints. So separation on the x-axis is 6. Separation on the y-axis is 24. Square them, 36. 576. Add them together, you get 612. So just write 612 there. Yeah. Yeah. And x squared there. And y had 1 there. And check. Must always... No! An error. Okay. I did not see that. Let me correct it. Okay. Right, separation of these. Why is it not 6 and 24? 6 and 24, so that's 36. 36 and 576. Why isn't it the square root of 612? Oh, because you must half it. Of course. 612. Now, divide that by 2. So, 600 root of 612 is, well, divide that by 4 on the top, and we get 153. Right? So the radius is the square root of 153, so just write 153 there. And that's correct now. Correcting is good. There's the center, and there's the area. So what do you think? Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So if 2 pi is equal to pi r squared, then 2 is equal to r squared. So that's fine. There. The area is pi r squared, and so 16 pi equals pi r squared, 16 equals r squared, so r equals 4. Put them together, please. Okay. And check. Oh, man. It's got to be the radius squared on the right. Goodness me. I'm doing weird throat thing. Circumference is 8 pi. Now, c equals pi d. So 8 pi equals pi d. So 8 is the diameter. So 4 is the radius. So put 16 on the right, please. Here, x at 5 all squared plus y take 12 all squared, and that's good. C equals pi d. So 2 pi root 15 equals pi d. So 2 root 15 equals d. So root 15 equals r. So just put regular 15 in the r squared spot, and it's good. X take 15 all squared, y take 14 all squared, and that's solved. And check. Correct. Good. Oh my goodness me. Look at this. minus 7, comma, oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. No, they're not. No, I don't know if there's enough room there to work that out. Here we go. So, the center, so we've got this much. And that's equal to the radius squared. Now, the separation of the radius and that point is the separation between the 2 points, like the separation between the center and that point is the radius itself. So what's the distance between 2, -5 and -7, -1? Well, that's the 9 there and the 4 there. So 81 and 81 at 16, which is 97, and the square root of 97 there. And so just put 97 in the radius spot. 97 in the radius spot, I believe. But we'll soon see. Okay, so now that we have that established, over here, what's the distance between the center and the point on the circumference of the circle right here? So we've got 1 there and 0 there. So I think it's just literally just going to be 1. So I'm just going to put 1 there, and then x take 14 all squared and y take 17 all squared. And now, good. The center is this, and it's a tangent to x at, the tangent to x is -17. Don't know what that means. Do not know what that means. What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't know. Don't know what that means. Literally don't know what that means. But I have to know what that means. Can't just skip it. So, I'm going to look at the answer. And I'm going to try to make sense of what it means. Center, okay, so it's x at 15 all squared plus y take 9 all squared equals 4. Why does that make sense? Oh my goodness me. Of course. Okay. Live and you learn. What they're saying is this. They're saying that the circle is like out there somewhere. There's the center, which you're told, -15,9. And by the way, that circle is a tangent to this line right here. Simple. Okay, so that means that the radius is just 2, and so just put 4 there and put x at 15 squared there and y take 9 squared there, and it should be good, and it is good. All right. Okay, so the tangent here is tangent to x equals -5, and the separation from the x-coordinate of the center is 3, so the radius shall be 9. The radius squared shall be 9. Okay, so now x at 2 all squared plus y take 12 all squared, and check if it's good. It is. Wonderful. Now, the center of this circle lies on the x-axis. That's what we're told. And we're told 2 tangents of it. Interesting. Seven. Visualize correctly, please. There's negative 13 on the left. And there's just good old 7 on the right. And the center is poised on the x-axis. And so that means it's like mystery number, comma 0. And what is that mystery number? Well, it's whatever's in between negative 13 and 7. And that is it's the number negative 3, isn't it? All right, 10 that way, 10 that way. Yeah. Okay. So I believe it's x. Yes, I believe it's x plus 3 all squared plus y squared is equal to 100. I believe, but I don't know for yet. Center lies in the 4th quadrant. How interesting. Okay, I like this. We've got 17. No, we've got 7 on the left, 17 on the right, negative 4 down there, and okay, so why would they tell us that? Doesn't this like completely determine the circle? Three straight lines, doesn't that completely determine a circle? Why would they tell us it's in the 4th quadrant? Well, try your best. So, 12 is bang in the middle. So we can say for sure the center has 12 as the x-coordinate. And the radius is 5 units, isn't it? So what's 5 units up from negative 4? Well, that would be 1. So I believe it's x take 12, and then y take 1, and then 25. I think. Checking. What? Okay, apparently this is different to what I said. That there is not y take 1. It's y plus 9, but I have no idea why. How can that be, though? Oh my goodness me. You're kidding me. Oh, that's a brilliant problem. Of course. See, this reveals like the biases about how we interpret space. That's brilliant. Okay. Because the circle is down here. No, sorry, beg your pardon. Like, it's not where I think it is what I'm saying. Okay. Quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth quadrant. So, it's either going to be... So, I already know that this is false, because 12,1 is not in the fourth quadrant. So, it has to be the -9 business. So, it has to be +9 right there. I absolutely adore that problem. Absolutely adore it. Okay. I'm really loving this. Right, 3 points are on the circle. Mm-hmm. Just 3 random points. That's also brilliant. There has to be a way to get this systematically, though. I mean, you could just set up the equation like, you know, then you'd have like 3 quadratics, wouldn't you? You'd have 3 quadratics. And by the way, you don't have the radius. So it's called the circumcircle. Interesting. I really, really like this. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Okay. Find the equation of two perpendicular bisectors. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is really, really good. I love this. Okay, so I'm ready for this one now. Midpoint of AB. There. Slope of AB is the change in y, minus 16, minus 5, so minus 16 plus 5, so minus 11, over the change in x, so minus 7, minus 18, so minus 7, plus 18, so 11. perpendicular bisector of AB is that. Then get it in standard form. Okay, so write x, add y. Zero or equals negative 23. Good. Mid BC. Slope of BC. Minus 5, minus 16, so minus 5 plus 16, so 11. 4 minus 7, so 4 plus 7, which is 11, so 1. No, this is wrong. That should be a plus. So that's minus x. And then what's 10.5? Minus 12.5. Well, that's minus 2. So the perpendicular bisector BC is y minus y1, so y plus 10.5 equals m, which here I remember is the negative reciprocal of x minus x1, so x plus 1.5. So get it on one side now, so x plus y equals negative 1.5, take 10.5 is minus 12. Solve 1 and 2. Solve 1 and 2. So 2y equals minus 14, so y equals minus 7. And x is minus 5. So there's the center. Now, the distance, the radius is whatever the distance is between, pick any point that you like. Say distance, minus 5, comma, minus 7, comma, 5, comma, minus 5. Change in y, 2. Change in x, 9. So 4 and 81, that makes 85. So so the square root of 85 is the radius. So it's x at 5, y at 7, and 85 on the right. Come on. Where is it? Oh, darn it. Why? Why did I not get that right? Okay. Apparently that's the wrong way around as well. Don't know how the hell that's possible, but you know, here we go. Right. Yeah, these things are frustrating, but this is precisely the point at which you should push when you don't know something and when you feel, you know, like, oh, well, I'll just move on and I'll just try some other time. No, this is when you actually do it. Okay, so the midpoint of AB, whatever's in the middle of -7 and -18. Minus 12.5 minus 10.5. Slope, change in y, so minus 16 plus 5, which is minus 11. Change in x, minus 7 plus 18, which is 11. Equation for a to b. You have the midpoint. You have the midpoint, so you have a point on the line. You negative reciprocal, so 1. So now use these two. So equals 1 times x plus 12.5. That's the perpendicular bisector for AB. Put it all on one side now. Negative x plus y equals 2. BC, do that now. What's mid? That's mid. What's the slope? Perpendicular bisector then is y plus 10.5 equals minus 1 x plus 1.5. Put it on one side. X plus y equals that. Solve. Right? Because now I've got two perpendicular bisectors of the triangle. That's the mental picture. This is exactly the same situation that we had. Yeah, sure. That should be the center of the triangle, which should be the center of the circle. So add the two equations together. We get 2y is equal to negative 10. So y is equal to 5. No, it's not. Is equal to negative 5, you fool. 2y is equal to negative 10, so y is equal to negative 5. Now that you know that, put it in here. So x must be negative 7. Now that you have the center, work out the distance between that, from that center there to just any point that you like. That gap there squared, well, that would be 11, so 121. And that gap there squared, that would be nothing. So the radius is 11. So now the final equation should look like x plus 7 squared plus y plus 5 squared equals 121. Yes. Okay. All right. What a frustrating puzzle. But it's good. It's good to struggle. Well, struggle. It's just a lack of concentration, isn't it? Right. Next up, we have these 3 points. Negative 7, 6, 9, 6, negative 4, 13, and work things out now. Right, so I should call them A, B, and C. And I shall work out the mid point of A and B. So 1, 6. Slope. Yeah, I'll do it like this. The slope. Change in y, which is nothing. There was a change in x, which is nothing. So the slope is nothing. Okay. So both A and B lie on a horizontal line. Therefore, the vertical line that is poised exactly between them, and the vertical line that is bang in the middle of them is x equals 1. Right? Right. Next, BC. What's the midpoint of BC? There. What's the slope? -4, -9, -4, -9. 13/7. You got that? Now. Y minus y1 equals x minus x1. And the center of the circle is where these two lines here meet. Where do these two lines here meet? Well, you just literally just plug in 1, and then you'll get it. Minus 39/14. So they meet here. That's what I think the center is. As for the radius, pick any you like, e.g. 9 and 6. Do radius workings in red. Gap between them is 8, so 64. Gap between them is 5/7, so 25/49. And whatever the square root of that is. I know this is wrong, but I'm fine. I have to try at least. Okay, so I believe it's this. Squared. Let's check. Okay, 64 times 25 is no, 64 times 49 it should be, so that's 8 times 7, which is 56, and 56 squared is 3136. 3136 plus 25 is 3161, and that's indeed right. Yes, okay, I got it right. I'm happy about that, but I can't write it on there. So. Okay, now this circle here is translated 2 to the right and 4 down, so we have to find it as just like a regular thing first. Okay. That's 9 when it's put on the other side. There. Okay. $64 on the right. To there. Okay. Okay. Like that. And nine on the right. Okay. Translated 4 to the right, so you would think you would have to add 4, but you actually have to take 4, so x plus 10. Squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 9. Okay, to check. That's correct. That's correct. And that's all correct. Okay. All right then. Okay. Right, we'll be back in a moment. Be well.